so do we. Shorter days and a change in weather can impact our moods, our energy, and more. And here to help us with that transition is Jenny Cornell from Northland Health Centers. Good morning, Jenny. Thank you for being here.
Yes, good morning.
I have to be honest with you. This actually is my favorite time of year. Now, depending on where you're living this morning, I was talking to my mom down in South Dakota. She said it was still cloudy there, but as you look at the Skywatch cameras, we're clearing up. I love the crystal blue skies of fall, but not everybody feels the same way about it, do they?
Right. Yeah. Sometimes that changing of seasons, people anticipate it. They're excited about it. I am a great advocate for sweater weather as well. I love that. It's just fun to say.
Yep. Sweater weather.
Sweater weather. And then it's also the crisp air is just something that's really refreshing to me compared to the staunch hot and humid that we've had over the summer and things like that. But with that change comes also a change in our feelings.
Sure.
Like we get enjoyment, but there can also be times that people don't get enjoyment out of it.
Are there times, Jenny, when, even like someone like me, our days are getting shorter and shorter, and they will for another couple of months plus until we hit the middle or end of December. Are there times, even though I enjoy this time of year, where the decreasing sunlight and everything else starts to take a toll, even though we're not aware of it?
Yes, it can kind of sneak up on us a little bit that we don't realize. I hear this a lot of times, like you go into work and then when you leave work, it's dark out when you're leaving at 5 or 6, or whenever you get done with work, and people find that so defeating.
Sure.
Because they're like, oh, my day is done, instead of feeling like, all I do is work. I don't have any fun after work, type of feeling. So those little things can really add up and impact our moods.
Well, especially that time of year, and we're approaching it where it's going to be dark at night when you go home from work, and it's already dark in the morning. So yeah, I can see where that becomes an issue. I would imagine, just like anything else, if you are in the doldrums because of the changing season, recognizing it and taking precautions is a key factor.
Yes. Yeah. The more that we can do things regularly to help ourselves kind of keep up with that, because those little things add up over time, right? So if we keep a regular routine, we keep our intake, like our water intake, movement, trying to get little light in where we can, opening the shades, taking in light as much as you can. These little things, the little things do add up, both positive and negatively. So the more that we can kind of keep that on a regular basis instead of waiting for the big dump of it, which may or may not come.
Well, and in July, you don't want your blinds open if you're facing the sun, but at this time of year, that sunlight coming in and making sure your blinds or your curtains are open is kind of a welcome thing, because it's a different kind of sun than we have in the middle of the summer. Seek natural light and movement, you said. Make sure you don't become dormant, I would imagine, is very important too. You know what? Put on some earmuffs, maybe a hooded sweatshirt, go out for that morning walk.
Right, exactly. Our bodies were really made to move, right? For action, for physical activity. So when the weather starts getting a little colder, we start slowing down a little bit more, because maybe some of our natural activities, we're outside and it's not as much fun to go for a walk in your parka compared to a tank top or things like that. So find something that you can do on a regular basis, just a short little walk, or some people will get exercise equipment for inside or do video exercises inside. Not that you have to bump up your activity level, but find little ways to keep it going in some sorts of, getting out for that little walk at lunch or.
Yeah, don't set it aside just because you don't want to be going outside. And I would imagine other routines, whether that be sleep or anything else, keep the same routine if you can.
Yes, if you can keep that routine, because it replenishes you, right? That routine gives us that productivity, but it also keeps things going in the way they are. And when there's a change, if we stop in a routine, that can create a deficit for us, like a hole, and that hole can cause things like, I'm thinking of like a cavity, if we're not taking care of things, that can start to fester away at it, and it can create some hardships.
And things build up in that cavity, dentally speaking. We're down under a minute. Stay socially connected. Don't just cut off contact with your friends. But the other thing that you had mentioned here is set healthy work boundaries. What do you mean by that as a final thought?
So with our modern age, it is so easy to have our work emails on our phone or personal homes. So the distance between work and home is very intermixed. So if we can really set those boundaries of once you're done with work, you're done with work. at home time is your home time. Work time is work time, of really setting those boundaries to keep that healthy so you have your limits.
Get outside, do fun things. There are pumpkin patches to go visit. There are high school football games, college football games, whatever it is. Get outside and enjoy it, and I think that helps the transition, and next thing you know, we're heading into spring.
Exactly.
There you go. Jenny Cornell, thank you so much.